Are we live?
Freeze! Don't move! They work off-site.
This is a quiet place.
Move a muscle. If it was a quiet place, we'd been killed months ago.
I know it's true. Like eons ago.
Like the toy at the beginning of it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that means because I've never seen that movie, but that's okay.
Next Halloween. That'd be a good recommendation for you.
A Quiet Place and also A Quiet Place Part 2.
If it's out by then. Yeah.
When's it out? Like, I don't know, when they're like moving things and stuff.
There was a part 2. They just didn't get released.
It's you and me. It's Ryan and Rizzo. So, boing.
What is this, episode 21?
Yeah, we can officially, our show can officially drink boozums.
Yeah, you know.
Cool.
It's growing up so well.
Oh, nice. They grow up so fast.
That's true.
Anyways.
So I like how in the show notes you just put Ryan's arms.
I did, because that was the picture you sent me.
It's not like Ryan's been working out type situation. No,
I would have put Ryan swole if that was the case.
Swole, nice. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I'll never be there.
But instead, it's just swollen.
Yeah, and like 22, 20 somewhere locations. Yeah.
Was that like the little Band-Aid? Was that blood or was that like?
I also had blood taken to test for the antibodies and
the antibodies
of the COVIDs.
Oh, okay.
Just out of curiosity. I did like a multitask thing at the doctor's office. I went in and had 3 different things done. I was like a car at the mechanic. I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. One stop.
Yeah. Was it because you had your leaky O-ring or what?
No. That's been dealt with. We have a good washer up in there now.
Oh my.
Good. I was going to say something that's just make it worse, but I went in. But also, I had like an allergic reaction to an acai bowl. Acai,
yeah.
About 2 years ago. So I was like, I kind of want to know what that was. So that's also where the blood was. The blood is to check for food allergies. They're going to do something else with the blood. I don't know what magic they do. Pour it into a pot and add some other ingredients.
Is that like our summoning spell we're going to do later?
Possibly. Quite possibly.
Sounds good.
You can do a lot of the blood spell. But while I was there, I also accidentally got an airborne allergy test. Accidentally. I wandered into there. I was like, well, they didn't say I need this, but I'd kind of like to know. So they did the little things across my arms and yeah. I'm allergic to practically everything.
Knock on the door and open it and there's like a Hollywood like chase scene going on behind the door and you're like, cool.
Do you guys do allergy test? Rock on. Oh, I get to ride in the car? Cool.
Oh, here's my arms.
So yeah, and for those who are actually just listening to it, the picture that popped up my arms, I think it's like 6 little, 6 allergies per little plastic thing they kind of stabbed me with lightly. I scratched my arms with like the inside of my arms. And they did that, I think it was like 24 or 30 of them. Like total. Yeah. Not of the trays themselves.
There's like 180 holes on your arms. It's neat. Yeah. It's a good thing y'all are listening on Anchor because you don't want to see this. Yeah.
So.
And you still have like a bruise on your arm, dude. What the heck? Did you rip it out or what? I don't
do well with blood being withdrawn. So I have this little hematoma. It's fine.
Mine's like whenever they take blood, it's like 3 or 4 vials for like my testing of whatever's I have to have done for my things because I do that like every year.
Gotcha.
And like by the time I'm out of the place, like I can already take off the Band-Aid and there's like one like microscopic dot.
That's how the missus is, but no, I look like I've always been a heavy bruiser. So I
should have taken advantage of that in college more. I didn't realize that. Dang it.
Schmuck.
Wasted opportunities.
I know. So yeah, fun time at the doctor's office, but got everything done. I'm going to start an allergy immunotherapy thing where I can gradually become, not allergic to these things. Because some of them were pretty. Yeah. She's like, wow, you're allergic to like all things.
Yeah, that report you sent me was like, you're allergic to cockroaches. I was like, okay, don't eat cockroaches, okay?
The wife also got a test, and she is allergic to 4 things. We share only 2 of them because, like, I'm allergic to a different type of mite, and
just gotta watch out for all the mites. Then,
yeah. So it's just kind of crazy because she seems to have more heavy pressure with her sinuses and whatnot. And I'm just like, I kind of itch today, but okay.
Yeah, she sounds like me a little bit. Well, and I know because like the immunotherapy, you started yours with the Rizzo immunotherapy, like what, 2002?
Yeah.
So it's been 18 years, like stuff. You're good. You're
then
over it now.
Overly heavy exposure when we had too many shows together, and like
that was the 2004, 2005 era. Yeah, that was a lot. We kind of like ebbed and flowed a little bit.
My system started to fight it.
That's why you took all of those.
This is not right for me. This is not right.
You took those medications, right?
Medications.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
A lot of herbal remedies just to make, just to help with the pressure.
It worked. It's fine.
And my glaucoma. So tell me about Spamalot.
Your 25-year-old glaucoma. I was going to ask if your hematoma, is it tis but a scratch? Is that it? Your arm didn't fall off?
A scratch.
Yes, tis but a scratch.
A friend thought it was a tattoo on another phone type video call. I was like, no, it's just blood. But I do like
phone type video call, he says. Don't act like that wasn't,
phone type video call. It was a D&D. Okay, D&D.
Nerd.
I know.
That's okay.
I know.
It's okay. Yeah, it looks like some sort of large bat just was like, and got you. Yeah. Okay, so I went and saw Spamalot at my sister-in-law, brother-in-law's house. But it was actually we like to go, there's a thing called Musical Theater Southwest, and it's just like, plays that they do, like local community theater, and they're actually really good. It's a lot of the same players. But they had to figure out how to do it like socially distanced. So like the narrator was on this like one video call. It was kind of funny. And then they just had everything. And like at the end when, what's his face? Arthur and like the Lady of the Lake were together. They like did their wedding thing, but then it was like 6 feet away and they're like waving to like kiss the bride. It was cute. It was pretty cute. It's fun.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not.
But I've never watched Spamalot.
Oh, have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yes. Is this just the musical version?
Well, I mean, it's like this. It's like the same grouping kind of thing because I'm more familiar with Spamalot than I am with that. But it's funny and irreverent. Okay. And, it's the one where they have like the coconuts and that's like the horses, hooves and everything. Yeah. So it was really cute, even on like a socially distanced like play type thing. It made me want to actually watch the actual show. So
nice.
It was fun. Yeah.
Classics.
Mm-hmm.
Classics.
Yeah. I just saw your arm and it made me think of whenever they had their little sword fight and then tis but a scratch and the arm just went flying and then like you hear the thing and he's like, and then you see like the arm, the like fake arm like flop onto the ground.
Let's see if I can do it off. I'm fine. There's nothing wrong.
Tis but a scratch.
It's but a scratch.
That's good. Okay. Magic.
I know. It's that power of reading.
What, you have arm reconstruction ability?
Well, I've been reading about a wizard a lot, so I've naturally learned many spells, and it's just made me more powerful. When
I have my mini spells, I usually have to sit down and drink some water.
I just get very hot.
Manny, M-A-N-Y, not M-I-N-I.
Please, just
short round. Bring me my
rub my feet, sugar. Right between the toes. Oh, that's how Mama loves it.
Yep. How did you know that? That's actually, actually, to be fair, that's actually headless. That's what he sounds like. So that's why he doesn't talk.
Until he gets the vapors.
I don't know what that is. So tell me about, so are we talking peace talks and battleground? I don't know
if there's a certain order that you have to go in, so...
It's okay.
I mean, it's hard for me. You told me to lead, but I don't know how to lead on myself.
Know yourself.
I'm not Jason Bateman. I can't act and direct myself. It's crazy.
Know yourself to lead yourself, Ryan. It's okay. We've got this. So we're talking about Jim Butcher, the Dresden Files, and Peace Talks. Hey, look, see?
Double pictures.
Nice. So that's just so he doesn't have to do more. He just does one.
Yeah, I finished that one. No, it actually works out perfect because... Let's see if I can do this. Down, down, down further. Let's go in front of the mic. There we go. So these two books, basically, it's kind of a part one, part two. I mean,
the books.
This is Infinity War. This is Endgame. It seems that sort of type, So
Peace Talks is on top, Battlegrounds on bottom, guys. Just as a heads
literally, this ends and this begins 1 minute later.
Cool.
And for those who are listening, which I told myself to be better, Peace Talks ends with
be better, right?
Yeah, I've been pointing like at two different books. Peace Talks ends, and then 1 minute later, Battleground begins.
Cool.
And Battleground is book 17. This is I will be updated on the Jim Butchert series. I don't know if this is the last book. I don't think it's the last book, but I will be caught up to his writings in this. I've never read a series this much.
But about to say that I'm pretty impressed with you, because other than like comic lore, I really haven't known you to be that invested in any type of like reading material or like narrative. Written narrative.
Series, this series has been the longest running. I'm also a big fan of Michael Crichton. I've read a fair amount of his books. That's how he got me. That's how I got started in the heavy sci-fi.
We have some of those around these parts too.
Yeah.
we got the obligatory thumbs up without even asking for it. Headless is like, I approve this message, Ryan. Thank you.
So, but yeah, I told myself a few months ago, I want to catch up on the Jim Butcher's Dresden series. And because also I introduced my wife to the series via Audible. So I now have, while I was reading this series, so many books in front of her, I was actually going back and hearing it. And I'm like, there is so much going on that I can't even mention right now, because characters that are present now are at a whole other level, and there were, how they work on the stories at a whole other place in the future. So I was like, is this the book where I can actually say something or not? But that's been fun. So been really enjoying it, and it's been great. So
I like how you are able to introduce that to your wife too, because I'm sure it's like opposite a lot of the times where she's like, hey, you should check this out or whatever.
She likes it when I read, and so she's very good about, like, she's because of her, I've read We Are Reading 1984, but The Giver and some other books. It's because of her that I've read them, because we'll read them together and whatnot. And then
that's sweet.
She's kind of led me, like, I never read Fahrenheit 451 in high school, but I know a lot of people who had to. And then because of her and how she was interacting.
That's because they went to class. Right?
I went to class. It was a lot of Shakespeare.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. But because her involvement with the local library and going and getting more books to add to her collection.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll have my subscription to the library, which they had audiobooks. And so I listened to Fahrenheit 451 one weekend while doing yard work and whatnot. And so it was just
nice.
I've enjoyed books and hearing older books and how they've inspired current, like Fahrenheit 451. You can, if you read it, you'll see the inspiration that many movies have taken from it. So it's just awesome.
That's good.
Equilibrium,
That's
nice. Chance. So
yay,
books.
For example, nice. Yeah. Okay. So tell me about the visual consumption of type thingies.
The visual. So I've been watching BoJack Horseman with the wife. If I'm going in order.
Where are you at? Because you've obviously seen the series before, yes?
I haven't seen the final season.
Okay, we haven't either.
We are currently on, I think, with her season 2 or 3. Secretariat just released.
I think when Headless and I stopped watching, we stopped watching was when, remember when there was like that random like cabin by that lake that they were all at? There was like that like flashback thing where they were like at that cabin, that like lake house thing.
It's been a while.
I know, we need to go back and watch it because we really enjoyed it. Because like you said before the show, it's hilarious, but it's also like a little too real and kind of depressing. Yeah. But so well done. Like it's so good.
Great voice acting, great story, but like it's just like it's like this is a comedy, but it just got really real about alcoholism and
parental type things, and yeah. Did you ever watch Archer? Speaking of alcoholism and parental type things.
A little bit, but I haven't ever just watched it from episode after episode after episode.
You should, because I remember like when Headless and I watched that, and I'm not even sure that we got through that either, but we really enjoyed what we watched. We'd gotten into Bob's Burgers like right at the same time, or the same voice actor, and you're like,
he also appears
doing burgers now.
He also appears, I think he's in the original, but Wet Hot American Summer.
Okay, all right.
I can't remember if he's in both or if he's just in one of them, because it's a weird sequel that they did, but they're both.
I've never seen that, so
they're both ridiculous and great. So.
Okay. So let's talk about Easy A, because that's also one of those, like, I'm going to get the thumbs up from Headless over there too, because that's one of his, like, he's like, and he's like more of a teenage girl than I am, sort of, as far as his like movie interests go. Because like, if we're going to watch a movie, he's like, let's watch 10 Things I Hate About You or Mean Girls or Easy A. And I'm like, all right, I guess.
Good picks. I mean,
no, they're great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
Good writing. Yeah. The wife said, hey, let's watch. This was, I think, last Friday's like, let's watch Easy A. You like Emma Stone. You think she's cute. I'm like, yeah, she's cute. But it was really well written. It was fun. All the characters are great. And it was fun. We were watching it and my wife's like, oh, I miss Amanda Bynes. So.
Was she on Easy A?
Yeah. She was the snooty religious girl.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I think of She's the Man. Did you ever see that movie? That was funny.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I thought that was pretty funny. Because that was Channing Tatum, right?
I can't remember.
That's okay.
I know it was
rambling about random movies, but yeah, Easy A is always a good go-to in this house.
Recommend it. And y'all may have already seen it, but if you're looking for like the fun teeny bop, but not Always Be My Maybe, it's not teeny bop, but it has that same feel to it on Netflix.
I think I was gonna watch that and I didn't, because I watched To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Did the missus ever see that?
The missus had me watch it with her because she read the books.
Did y'all watch the second one too?
Yes.
Yeah, it was good. I liked
it
a lot.
Player.
Not really. I mean, like, kind of. But it ended the way I thought it should have ended.
Yeah, it is very much.
Was definitely going in one specific direction, but then it was like how it should have
very
ended.
Much big school teen drama. I didn't go to a school that big. Did you go to a school that big?
There was like 900 in our graduating class. It's pretty big.
Mine was 45.
Oh, then significantly bigger.
So since you went to a school that is the stereotypical size of the school that you see in those movies, is any of that accurate? I mean, or do you have to?
Yes.
I mean, do you have to be on the northeast? I guess for some of those sports, but like that. There's this weird freedom that's in those schools that I'm not used to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was. I mean, it was like North Texas, and so it was very like football, baseball heavy kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, like all of those. I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, maybe stereotypes. I guess
all the sports going on at once, and it's weird.
Yeah, and then like people wearing their like cheerleading uniforms, or like if they're in whatever particular group. Way to go! Woohoo! Student council. You wear your things, your spirit wear on Fridays, and you do like whatever.
Right,
and there's the cafeteria, it's like humongous, and there's like this group and that group and those people, and
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Fun.
It was fun. I navigated it fine. Like, because I think when I went to our alma mater, to WT, like it was a very similar vibe.
Okay.
So it was easy to kind of transition. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I had to I had to do a year at home just because I wanted to do exactly. Like you find where you fit in, and then you go and do whatever. And I like in high school, because me, I was in different clubs and things, and I had all sorts of stuff going on all the time because I was in the sorority and everything. And you remember that, you were there.
That's true.
But like you just find your spot, and it was fun. So that's Easy A, evidently.
Movie was great. Yeah, but I enjoyed the movie. I loved. I forget his name, but her teacher, who's been in everything. Thomas
Hayden Church.
Yes.
Lowell from Wings. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say the guy from Wings.
Yeah.
He was great. I'm I hate how what happened to his character, but it was a much better thing than what I was worried was going to happen based off.
Phoebe. Bad Phoebe. Yeah, because Lisa Kudrow's in that.
Lisa Kudrow was great. It was a horrible character, but she's great. I was like,
yeah, she is.
Been popping up a lot in things I've seen, like, in BoJack Horseman, she played one of like the girlfriend or a girlfriend.
Oh yeah, she was the
Al.
Yes, thank you. I was like,
it was in a coma for 30 years, so she was basically like she's from the 80s. But anyway, Kudrow was great. So really enjoyed the film. So I was happy that the wife recommended it, and it was a good time. So
yeah, and I see you're also using your fingery type thingies and whatever.
I am.
How is I want to talk about Apex Legends first because I want to do my 2 cents in on Rocket League since I'm like a secret stunt driver.
Secret stunt driver, the drift.
That was from last week, when I had my little snowy escapade with Ma Rizzo and stunt drove my way through a 5-car pileup in the Raton Pass. Just it's what you do.
That's how you roll.
You got to know more like skidding, more like sliding, not rolling. But you got to do what you got to do to make your dreams come true, and that was the end goal was Lindsey Buckingham, man. And if
sometimes that's just what you need.
It's just what you do. That's right.
Why am I pretty?
Why are you pretty?
I don't know. I was just quoting something. Fly my pretties,
Anyway. I thought you said why am I pretty? I was like,
why am I pretty? No,
you're so pretty. Yes. Oh, are you calling me a witch? Like it's fine if you are, but
It's true. What do you want to know about Apex?
You said that there is a new character. Is it a new character you're playing as?
So I don't know how often they do it, fairly often, but Apex has been a free-to-play game that's been out since 2018, I believe.
Now, what is this console? Is this PC? What is this?
Both. It is on PS3, the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
And what do you play it on?
I played on for a while I was playing on both, but I'm mostly a PlayStation 4 player now.
Okay, got it.
But I've been playing for a while, but every so often they will release a new map, which is always great. That was always free, and they released a new one called Olympus, and it is, I think I've got the name right. It's really fun because it's kind of a multi-tiered. They took a lot of advantage of different levels, which you've kind of seen that in other games, but this is so much like there's just more to it. It's really cool.
Okay.
Introduced a vehicle for the first time, which is kind of fun. It's nice just to get across the map.
And I'm curious, real quick, Headless, have you played this? Just a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I don't remember. Okay, nope, not played this.
Thumbs down. Okay.
Just curious. Anyways.
If you've played Titanfall, this is from the same people who created Titanfall. So a lot of the movements, a lot of the power base for some of the characters, because each character or legends it's a battle royale game. So it's squads of 3 in most. There's a 2v2 squads of 3 type gameplay.
Okay.
And by 2v2 I mean two-man squads.
Two versus
total,
2, 2 on 2.
Total 2 versus 40 people. Total number of 60 people in the round, and there are either 20 squads or 30 squads, depending on the game type.
Nice.
Yeah, last one to survive wins. Each legend has different abilities and whatnot. So the new legend, who is Horizon, who has a lovely Scottish accent, she has this little device that she throws down, and it's a gravity thing, so it bounces you up or it bounces whoever's up. So
you're trying to defeat her?
No, you can play as her.
Oh, cool. Okay. Right on.
Yeah. Characters, if you have enough money, in-game money, you can buy the new characters.
Okay.
And so it's been fun to play. And since I've changed up my Rocket League game style, because I have a controller to help. So I normally would just play like this,
Okay.
Thumbs there, kind of doing some stuff here, and this one finger for these 2 triggers.
Okay.
I've gone to this.
Okay.
And I'm still getting used to it, especially with Apex. Rocket League, it's not too difficult, but it's been kind of fun relearning how to play games, but with a new set of digits. And it just seems to make more sense because I'm like, I don't have to shift back and forth. I can just,
And this is PS4?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we speaking of that, the PS5 has entered the Casa de Rizzo, by the way.
I need to talk to you about that later on since you
Well, we have the new Xbox too, because Headless.
That's okay. I'm trying to
he had the Spidey PS4.
Nice.
And then he like traded it or whatever. And then like,
upgrade.
Yeah. And then because I looked and I saw the box and it's like this big white box and it has like the kind of sleek, like, white side and kind of neat. And I was like, where is it? I couldn't even see it. And it's laying in the thing and it's pretty neat. I don't do PlayStation at all. I mean, I only kind of do Switch sometimes. But it looks shiny and neat. And I know Headless was so excited. He went to go get it from his friend and they did all the games and stuff. So he was really happy. I'm glad he got it.
So it's on my Christmas list. And the wife is like, I'm having some fun getting one. I'm like, okay, then I will start looking.
Yeah, he was having some issues too. And my understanding is that, I don't know, can I tell the story or not, Headless? Tell me if I can. Oh, okay. So his friend who was the one that was listening. Yeah, thumbs up. I get the thumbs up because I was like, I don't know if that's like against the rules, but his friend got one. He's the one that was living in California. We'll call him Nacho. That's just his nickname. So that's Headless's bestie, Nacho. Was living in California. Moved here on Headless's birthday. It was lovely. We talked about that story a couple weeks back. And he ended up with two copies of the PS5. So as the bequeathment of the secondary ended up with Headless. I know. So not only did he find one, he found two. Nice. Got his hands on two. So anyways, there you go.
That's a good friend. It's a good friend.
Right? I know. You know what? Hey, if we end up with a third, it's going to you.
You holla. We thought we had one, but
we got you.
Through one store, but it got canceled. But the nice thing is that we got the in-store cash that they award you per percentage of what you bought.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
They let us keep that.
That's nice.
So we're like, well, that's going to buy us a new coffee maker.
Yeah, some other like random things. You're like, hey, Christmas is done. Cool, because those things are expensive, man.
Yeah.
But if Nacho happens to end up with another one, we'll keep looking. We'll get you. We'll get you taken care of if we can. We'll we can. What? I was like, we can just like drive and like meet in Tucumcari or something.
Pass it through the window.
Yeah, that's right. Just like chuck it across I-40.
No.
Good luck. No
chucking.
Gently. Gentle.
Maybe if you like got an air balloon and sent it over, then maybe that.
That would work. Sounds good. Okay, we'll look for it.
Well, that's enough about me. Let's just bounce back over to you because what were you going to say on the Rocket League, or you had a 2 cents?
I was just going to ask if your skills were as good as mine are from Raton Drift.
I'm getting a little bit better. I'm still working on my drift and my car handling. So
cool. Okay. Good to know. Keep working on it. It's all right. We'll get you there. So make sure. Maybe I should play and see how horrible I am at it.
You should. I mean, and there is a game type where it's you play on ice because instead of hitting a ball, you're hitting a hockey puck.
Yo, okay. Count me in. Do we have Rocket League? We don't have Rocket League, do we? We do have Rocket League. Oh, snap. Okay, I guess we do. Cool. I didn't know. Is that Xbox? Headless? Is it Xbox? Oh, it is Xbox.
Okay. But it is cross play now. So
could I play against you?
We could probably play against each other.
Let's do it.
We can do those 2v2s.
Kick your ass in some Rocket League. That'd be fun.
I have a feeling you'd score on our own goal a lot at first, but after some tutelage.
Here, I'm going to put a specific finger up behind the thing, and I don't know if you can see it.
For those at home, it is not her ring finger.
No, it's next to my ring finger, though, and it's not little.
So yeah, that's right. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay, let's do it.
We can try that. Yeah, whatever you rock on.
I need to expand my video game horizons right now.
That's true.
Except I can't do it right now because Headless and Short Round are doing Overcooked. Have you heard of Overcooked before? I
have. We need to retry it in the house. The last time we played it here, things didn't end well, and I was told she would never play with me again. So.
That's kind of sounds like how it was because we made Ma Rizzo play it once. So that was like the funniest 2.5 minutes of my life because she was like, I'm out. She kept like thinking she was one character, but her character was like bumping into the wall, like holding a piece of fish, like that she hadn't cut yet.
We need that. Cut the fish. Yeah, it's a fun game, but it's
Headless is like X to throw, or I don't know, B at one of those. I don't know, whatever it is. Anyways, but yeah, it was really funny. Between me, because I was playing and Short Round was playing, and then Headless is like, oh my god, I can't with you three. Like, you know, you'd think 4 people like it would help, but that's definitely one of those like too many chefs situations, literally. So
it is. Anyways. And who designed these kitchens, for God's sakes?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, the ones that like break through when you're in like a hot air balloon and stuff. Like that's just not even. That's not even structurally sound. Yeah. You know, like.
What sort of cooking truck has you on a flatbed? That's not gonna work.
But it is fun and it's pretty irreverent, so it's really cute.
Yeah.
So okay, so I have to ask you a question, and I meant to ask you before the show, but was the missus ever into Sex and the City when it was out? Did you ever watch those shows?
Not that I don't believe so.
Okay. So have you all heard of Emily in Paris at all?
I think watched. I've heard of it. I don't know if she's watched it. I want to say it's in our queue. But you know how Netflix is. It's hard to tell what's in your queue or.
Yes. Yeah, I got you. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know if I told you, but on Tuesday I had to take my very first sick day from work. It was horrible. I had a nasty migraine. It was like all day. I felt horrible. So I was kind of like feeling better like later in the day. And so I just decided I'd just lay in bed and watch Emily in Paris. And I binged the entire season in less than 24 hours. That's what I like to do if I get something, you know, that I really enjoy. It's only 10 episodes, but it follows this girl named Emily. She's kind of an ad exec person that is like marketing out of Chicago. And she has to take the place of her boss to do this job in Paris. And so it just kind of follows her like through that whole ordeal for the first season. And it was so good. But it was very, like, if you like Sex in the City, definitely those kind of vibes. A little less sex, a little more city, kind of just her exploring Paris. And like
I'm more the other way around, thank you.
Oh my God. Okay, anyways.
Sorry, I'm 5.
I mean, yeah, I know you are. Yeah, great. I don't know. I'm like, it was so nice. I keep like holding my chest. I don't know what's going on. Put my hands down. Put your hands down, Rizzo. Okay.
Yeah, quit holding hands with your Weird Al t-shirt.
I know I am. Hold on. High five. Oh, wait. High five, Al. There we go. But it was really, really good. And if the missus is into that, I would definitely recommend. It's easy to watch. They're 30-minute shows. And so there's a lot of like kind of fun, like Paris culture and things like that. But the storyline's fun, and her boss who's out there like can't stand her. And so their dynamic is really fun. And then there's Lucas Bravo. I'd never heard of him before, but I like him.
But you say Bravo.
He's cute. He plays Gabrielle. He's her downstairs neighbor. Because I guess evidently in Paris, the way it starts is there's like ground floor, and then the first floor is floor 1. So she always gets confused and goes to his door thinking it's the 5th floor, even though it's like floor 5, even though his is the 4th exactly. And hers is because he's 401 and she's 501. And then, you know, hilarity ensues and all of that, and Paris and fun and whatever, and highly recommended. Season 2 is just announced, and I can't imagine it ending at season 1 being a good thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because season 2 will be really good, I bet.
Yay. Well, good.
Have the missus give it a try. I think she'll like it more than you will, but it's fun.
Okay. So she's been doing a lot of Good Witch. I've been seeing that on there. So okay.
Yeah. It's really fun. Like, yeah, and especially if you were ever into Sex and the City when that was going on, like this is a really good one. And it's Lily Collins. I meant to mention that. And that is she's executive producer and she's a star. She is Phil Collins' daughter. So there you go. Oh, nice. I always think that's fun because I was like, oh, I love her. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's Phil Collins' daughter. So which makes me love her even more. She's really good. So okay. And
what's happening in the world of your masked
people things? So when Group B started, we went back to Group B, and there was one extra group in that. So it was like, 6, 6, and 7 or whatever, like when it started. Yeah. And so there was a double elimination.
Not double.
Yes, 2 of them, even though like last week was funny because it was the snow owls and that was 2 people. Anyways, so whatchamacalit and Serpent were eliminated. We'll talk about whatchamacalit first because he was the first one that was eliminated. And so Ken Jung, you know Ken Jung from...
Yes, for those who can't see this at home, the whatchamacallit looks like Cousin
explain to
had
me. Yeah.
a frosty hair dye. Like,
he had like a bomb pop. Yeah. It's like red, white, and blue.
And then dipped his frosty looking ice-like hair in red blood. Or what would that be? Melted cherry fruit pops.
Yeah, like a bomb pop, like the red, white, and
bomb
blue.
pop, like you said.
And he also has one eyeball on the outside of his hair.
Which looks like it's on his forehead.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit like up here, not cyclopsy, but like left to center.
Mask. That's what it looks.
Interesting. It's not dumb.
It's not bad. It's not dumb. It's just okay.
So speaking of
a good name for it.
So speaking of dumb things, so Ken, like he's horrible with his guesses. Like, I mean, like comically bad. But last season, he guessed Thingamajig, and it was a random like basketball player was Victor Oladipo from the Pacers. Mm-hmm. And then this year it was Lonzo Ball. And for some reason, he actually guessed him correctly. And so, of course, he gets all excited, like jumps on the desk and like jumps up and down. He's so funny. But we knew just from the caliber of the group, the people in Group B, that he would definitely be going home this week. So he did. I was going to
say, how well did the basketball singer sing?
He was more like rappery, and he did a pretty good job, to be honest. I mean, like he made it, a couple of weeks in. Like it wasn't too bad. He wasn't the first one, off the show or whatever from that group. So, and then we got down to the ones that were like really, really good. It was Crocodile, Seahorse, and Serpent, and they're all pretty good. Seahorse is definitely a female. People think it's Tori Kelly. That would be my guess as well. She was for sure not going home. And so it was going to be between the Serpent and the Crocodile. And did I tell you already who the Crocodile is? Because I know 1,000% that it is him. And if it's not, then I'll eat my little Princess Leia thing if it's not.
She's already dead, so...
I know, she's sleeping. It's fine. It's not going to hurt her.
Stop torturing her more.
She's in a little fuzzy pink bed. She's fine. Anyways, it's Nick Carter. The Crocodile is Nick Carter, 100%. Because I think I'm more in syncer than Backstreet Boy. But anybody who knows him and knows their story, he told this story about when he was in a talent show when he was little, because his dad really didn't like pay attention to much of him, like doing, singing competitions and whatever. And he's like, meh. But then he won one and brought him home a check for like $100. And his dad's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And so he told that story like the second weekend, and everyone's like, oh, that's Nick Carter, because we've heard that story before. Anyways, so Serpent actually ended up going home. And a lot of people thought it was Leslie Odom Jr. from Hamilton, which could have been a decent guess, but it ended up being, do you see who was on the screen? Do you see it? Do you see who it is? Do you know who that is?
Is that a doctor?
Yeah, it's Dr. Elvis. He's the singing surgeon. He did this cover of Imagine, and he just like sings and stuff. He's an incredible singer. And it was really tight between the two of them. And I could have really seen it gone. I can't even talk. It could have gone either way. Like Serpent definitely could have stayed. But he got voted off, and he was awesome. Serpent was awesome. So whatchamacallit and Serpent are gone, and now we're
He's a doctor who sings well, or okay.
Yeah, if you look up Dr. Elvis, he's like crazy talented, really, really good. And so whatchamacallit and Serpent are out, and so now we have the Group B people, and then I guess we'll go back to Group C to get one more eliminated before the Super Six, which is in 2 weeks. So,
and that is how you do algebra with reality TV.
Okay. So, all the things going on. Yeah. The pluses and the minuses and the -2 and the +1 equals 6. Yep.
And you get the A's to the B's.
So I do have something else to mention to you, because this should be in, news type words, but that's okay.
News.
During the show, when they were talking about Seahorse, somebody guessed Kesha. And I didn't know this, and I don't know if you knew this. Kesha had a tail. when she was born. Did you know that?
That's not something I really Google that often.
No, I know, but it's like a very common thing. So I had to find the picture of her like with a tail. It made me laugh. But somebody guessed her and they're
accurate.
like, well, it is. It's true. I read up on it.
No, I'm talking about the picture, the tail picture you got popped up.
Oh, yeah, no, probably not. Because
for those who are watching, this is not real. Do not believe. This is not a fake news.
It's like a golden, golden, blue, and green, like wrapped up like dragon tail looking thing. But
I have heard like of people being born with the little
vestigial tail. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Well, she's talked about it, and I was like, how did I not? I know a lot of random crap about a lot of people, and I don't know how I missed the Kesha had a tail memo. So, anyways, but the thing that they said on Seahorse that made
tweet
them
of the week.
Kesha had a tail. Anyways, and they're like, well, it's interesting because seahorses have tails and this one doesn't, and maybe it's Kesha because she used to have a tail, now she doesn't, And I'm like, oh, well, maybe I guess. So,
or it could be Jason Alexander because he had a tail in something about. Or in Shallow Hal.
I didn't know that. And definitely the figure of Seahorse is a little less Jason Alexander and a little more like Hourglass. He's a little more, he's just very, glass of beer more so than Hourglass.
Voice, though.
But Jason Alexander does?
Yeah, as a Broadway singer.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. What? I'm learning all these things today, man.
Yeah.
Like the little thing across the, Okay. Here you go. Nice. So Kesha has a tail and Jason Alexander sings really well. Cool. Next.
Tell me about your movie must-have.
We don't have Album of Influence anymore, and I'm kind of sad.
I'm sorry. So
I know. We're moving to, okay. So last week, you asked me what my 5 movies would be if I went to my deserted island, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I have all these things and I don't know what it is. And then I went back to I have a little Ryan and Rizzo notebook because I'm a dummy.
Dirk.
I know.
Dirk.
Oh, I thought you said Dirk. I was like a jerk.
I did. I said it wrong. Dirk.
I'll take Dirk. That's fine. Derpy jerk. And I had I had them even listed 1 through 5. And I'm really embarrassed that I forgot this. And so this is my first movie must-have because it would absolutely round out my top 5. Sorry, John Travolta. It's okay. I love you anyways. And I know he's listening. So UHF, 100% would have been my 5th. And I was like, I cannot believe that I forgot to mention that because I literally had it on my list. And so that's my paying homage. There's the man. There he is. What's up, dude?
I want to say I introduced that to the wife last year, and I hadn't seen it since I was a kid. And watching, I was like, wow, this is where a lot of my lunacy came from, I think. Because the little ads he does throughout it, I'm like,
yes,
this is what I grew up sort of doing. Okay, but yes.
Yeah. And so that was an absolute gross oversight. And Weird Al, again, I apologize because that 100% should have been on my list. And we, so I know, sorry, Al, but it's back and you're there. Michael Richards, Fran Drescher, Old School. It's from 1989. Of course, it was completely panned, like when it was in the theaters back then, but it's turned into a cult classic. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing and funny and heartwarming and silly. Oh, and Victoria Jackson's in it too, because she plays Terry, his girlfriend, who's like on and off. Terry, yeah. And then it's just, I don't know. It's just greatness. And I'm sorry for the gross oversight, Al. Yeah. And so definitely rounding out my top 5 for my place.
All right.
The
truth has come out.
I know. And it's come out in UHF form.
UHF got popular when it hit VHS.
Boom. Okay.
Ha.
All right.
So this is not going to make sense for those watching, but we are going to take a quick break.
Okay.
And we're back.
Yes, we are back.
The quickest of breaks ever in the world.
Break. Okay.
Break.
Fun times.
So yeah. Is this where I get to talk about superheroes and comfortable sweatpants?
Sweatpants, superheroes.
Yay. Okay.
I still think it's Slick Pants. I know you're not gonna let me like.
It's not Slick Pants because when I started collecting comic books, I didn't wear slick pants. I wore sweatpants.
You just wear slick pants when you're falling off your roof?
Yes, because it's appropriate. I like to slide.
Because how else would you fall off your roof if you're not wearing slick pants?
I could think of a few ways.
If you have, for
me, many.
If you have Mjolnir, what is it? Mjolnir. I don't know how to say it. Mjolnir.
I can't. And it
doesn't matter. You could just.
I was like, how do I spell Mjolnir?
MJLNJR. I don't know. Yeah. Tell me about Thor.
Thor. God of thunder.
Okay.
So I'm talking specifically about Volume 1, which in this case collects issue 1. Wrong hand. Issue 1 through issue 11. The writer was Jason Aaron. Main artist was Asad Ribic. And it's a really fun series. I actually started rereading it on Friday because I'm like, I kind of want to get a slightly familiar. I only got into like issue 3, but I'm like, I need to finish this and then finish the whole series of Thor, God of Thunder, because I believe it went up through 25 issues total. But today I'm just kind of talking in general about this volume 1, which is 1 through 11.
Okay.
But the art is very pretty. And basically, this takes place across 3 different timelines. So you see Thor at 3 different stages in his life. You see Thor before he actually willed Mjolnir, because Mjolnir, you can only if you're worthy enough, you can wield him. So he doesn't wield him yet. And then we'll also see Thor in the present day, where he is Mjolnir, and present day being like 2012. And then we see future Thor as well, where he's King Thor. And it's like millennial in the future. But they all keep interacting with this one
shiny.
Who,
I like these. This is cool.
Very shiny. Yeah, some awesome art. And I'll explain this here in a second. Yeah. But it's really, really fun to read. But this basically, Thor across his lifetime keeps coming across dead gods, which is not really something normal.
Another dead god.
Well, like when young Thor, and this is like in 863, he's hanging out with Vikings. They're about to go invade some Slavs, and they come across this head floating in the water, and it's just this bug-eyed, headless creature. And like, who is it? And Thor's like, that's a god.
That's the producer of our show. Yeah,
that is Headless, the engineer.
Yeah.
Complete shock in his
engineer's
eyes.
Son, because that's you add S-O-N at the
engineer's
end. Right?
Son.
Yeah,
engineer's well, if he's born of Odin, so yeah, engineer's son. Yeah, if he's the son of it.
Yeah.
But and then we cut to a scene in the current day Thor, where you see this creature praying to Thor to make it rain because they need the harvest, and Thor appears, makes it rain, and like, why was she praying?
Make it rain,
to me?
bitch. Oh wait, what? Sorry. Yeah.
Make it rain.
It's like
Oh,
okay. So not like money, y'all.
I think he'd probably just do this, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he asked, like, why is she praying to me and not one of your own gods? And the guy's like, this older guy's like, well, when I was a kid, I heard of gods, but they don't exist here. So Thor flies up
because it's Chris Hemsworth, dude. You gotta pray to Chris Hemsworth. Oh, okay, that's not it. Sorry.
You just want to see his biceps, which are unfortunately really.
Did you see that new Instagram post he put up where he's like eating the donut, but he's like ripped AF? Oh my God. I was like, good Lord, that like
he's
looks
putting
painful.
That love in that thunder.
Kabam. Bam. Anyways, okay, yeah.
But Thor flies up into the pantheon of this particular planet and finds that all of their gods have been slain. And so it's just crazy. But it turns out. Is that
like foreshadowing for him because he's a god?
It is, but the thing is, gods keep dying across multiple times. And it's this one particular character who I'll kind of pseudo as well. It's Gore the God Butcher, who is going through and he's just going through and killing gods because he's upset at gods because his own god failed him when he was a young child and his family died as a result of it. There's more detail to it, but so and
much
then
drama. My gosh.
I know that's what these comics do, yo.
It's like a
story.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. It's like what do you call them? What are those things called?
Soap opera.
Thank you. I was like, what is it called?
You're the second person in my life to say that to me about something I consume in the past 24 hours.
Who was the other one?
The wife. I was watching...
she knows.
Evangelion, which is an anime on Netflix. It's been out before Netflix, but
oh yeah,
there was a very, very anime drama angsty episode, and she's like, has her little eye covering on. It's like, this is very much like a soap opera, and it was.
Yeah.
That's just funny.
Shh, my stories are on. Shh, go to sleep. Yeah,
but yeah, just a fun story, and like I said.
Sounds like it.
Going back to this has made me want to actually finish off the whole series because it started off in 2012 and then ended in 2014. So I just kind of, and I believe it's basically the same writer, Jason Aaron and Asad Ribic throughout the whole thing with, sometimes they'll bring in someone else for something or like cover art or this particular artist will do this issue of the comic for whatever reason. So,
yeah.
But, yeah, roll up that ingenuity. Can roll up that image you were doing earlier of the robot. This panel, which I'll describe for those who aren't listening, it's basically Gore has Thor here. It's going to be fun to say multiple times. And he's beating the crap out of him, and he's just berating him. And it's just like, tell me now, Prince of Asgard, before all you're able to do is whimper and scream, what was the Thor, the god before he died? Or what was Thor, the god of before he died? And Thor just says thunder. And the next panel is just beautiful art of just this giant lightning strike coming through and dividing them with a Krakooomm on it. And they're just falling to the earth.
Thunder.
So it's just kind of cool scenes like that. So
it's neat. It is very pretty. Yeah. It's almost
Thor
like
got a thunder.
It's like almost like whimsical, sort of.
Yeah.
Because it's very like airy, but it's also like super intense.
Yeah. The art is like this throughout the series. So it has this, I don't know, that feeling of like, this is ancient and old, something you would
ethereal. Yeah.
Yeah. Ethereal. It's like, I'm reading about a god, a Norse god, and it has that look to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the villain is very creepy looking. So it's great. Enjoy it.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, oh, sure.
For asking.
You're welcome.
My response.
That was so weird.
So.
You're welcome.
No, thank you.
Okay, so I think we should start. Do we want to talk about bears or robots? Should we go to that first?
It won't take long. Do we just have the image?
Yeah.
Okay. And for those who are listening, just look up Japanese farmers, wild bears, robots. Just put that in Google. But yeah,
I don't know. It's like,
it's
what
creepy.
is it supposed to be?
It's basically a scarecrow for bears. They're having issues with bears.
A bear crow?
A bear crow.
Sorry.
A man, bear, pig.
Man, bear, pig, crow. It does. It's like RoboManBearPig head thing.
It's a weirdly weird looking robot. I don't know if it moves or if it just turns its head. I mean,
it's on all fours. It looks like a wolf. It has like robo legs and like this little bobble tail thing.
Eyes.
Yes, and like little wheels on its stomach. It's so weird.
Yeah, but
paint that picture. Paint it.
Farmers are using these to scare off bears. They're going to try to use them. So, if you want to see the visuals, just Google it. That's why I was like, this is just weird, but I wonder if it works.
It's
I need to get video to see if they actually move in any way, because based off what it looks like it's a Small World After All type cheap animatronic, but advanced, but not.
Yeah. It's like some kid put it together for their like science fair project for something, but like it's like kind of there, and you're just like, that's creepy as hell. So there you go. So I won't be trying to like raid any type of farms or anything in Japan for sure, because I wouldn't want that staring at me or anything. So
that was like a Gundam suit or something.
Yeah.
Gundam.
It's very, you know what it kind of is? It's a little it's a Cronen-Bearg.
It is. Cronen-Wolfberg.
Cronen-Bearg. Anyways,
Cronen-Bearg Wolf.
So,
all right.
Yeah. All right.
So you were very giddy.
I'm so happy. I can't I can't even talk about it. You should talk about it. I can't even talk about it. I'm happy.
So there's a series on Netflix called Stranger Things,
which I love because it's like just
Very
creepy
good.
enough for me because I don't like horror movies too much, but it's just enough. And it's also 80s and it's
Very
like
80s.
fun and whatever. And so, I love 80s stuff.
Great acting.
Like phenomenal. It's so much fun and the characters are awesome. Yeah. 11 and stuff.
Yeah. And it's, we've been up season 3, kind of left on a bit of a cliffhanger in a way.
A little bit. Yeah. You'd say so.
And so we're getting season 4. And apparently someone from the 80s, a big icon from the 80s.
So happy.
One who might haunt your dreams if you did something. Yeah. Actually, he will haunt your dreams if you lived in a hometown where they burnt him to death. But
I didn't do that, but he still haunts my dreams a little bit in a good way.
Robert Englund.
Scary Terry's in it.
Did he play Scary Terry?
No, it's Freddy.
I was going to say.
You're like, that'd be really meta. That'd be pretty cool.
No. But yeah, Robert Englund.
So yeah, they posted this week about the people that they were adding in. And like see how the picture is? It's like upside down and backwards and black and white. That's how they announced everybody. And I literally was sitting in this chair reading that thing and I was like bouncing up and down clapping and I was so happy because I love Robert Englund. Love him.
The image of him is, for those of you listening, it looks like a Polaroid. You photoshopped a Polaroid, but it's upside down and black and white. So it's almost like they're suggesting he's from the Underplace.
Maybe.
I don't know. Ooh.
The Underplace thing. Well, he plays a...
did they give details?
Yeah, okay. They did. So I don't want to mess this up. And actually the ironic thing is I'm pretty sure his name is Terry in the in the show, I'm pretty sure. But he's like a not wanted. He was convicted of this really gruesome murder, as you do. And he's like escaped from this place, basically. So I'm going to just throw it out there. My theory, my prediction now is that he either befriends the kids in some way and he's not actually what they think he is. And he's actually a good guy, would be my guess. I don't know.
Interesting.
And so he's like this creepy old guy. So I'm so excited.
I hope he plays an evil character. I hope he's evil because
I think he's going to do both. I think that's going to be the point. Because he's, you know what I mean? He's going to be able to do that, but
because anytime, because obviously he played Freddy Krueger.
Here, talk. I want to find the actual details so I can read it right.
And since then, I've only seen him kind of pop up in places, which has been fun. Like he popped up in Chuck, basically as himself, but not. And then he popped up in the movie Urban Legends. He was the professor talking, teaching the kids about urban legends. Urban Lessons. Today in Urban Lessons, we're talking about urban legends. But I believe he was also the first to die in that movie. And he popped up in the Goldbergs, of course, but not as...
How the turntables.
So yeah. Sorry. He's great.
Okay. So it says, Victor. Dang, I thought it was Terry. Victor Creel, a disturbed and intimidating man who is imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital for a gruesome murder in the 1950s. He's got to end up being good, right?
He was probably one of the original scientists with the program.
Maybe, but I think it's supposed to.
And then he got loopy because he's upside down. Anyway, we'll find out. Did it say when season 4 is coming out? I cannot wait.
No, because they started production. I know they just started production.
Okay.
So hopefully soon, but I would think maybe start of 2022, maybe. I don't know.
At earliest October 2021, if things work out.
I have to say though, it seems like 2020 just has a little bit more redeeming qualities as we're moving along. Cause that was bounce up and down on my chair, happy clapping news. And we started watching Animaniacs last night because it just started on Hulu, and it was just as wonderful as it was back in the day. It was so funny. And Pinky and the Brain, because Pinky and the Brain kind of remind me of us a little bit, just a smidge. And it just, and it was so good. You have Hulu, right?
I do have Hulu. I'm going to watch it. I was actually I saw the little advertise. I was like, oh, I should watch that. But I'll probably watch it with the wife because it'll be, some fun mindlessness.
Yeah, and Short Run liked it a little bit. She thought it was pretty fun.
Good.
Yeah. So.
Neither of us have watched it yet, but the Fresh Prince reunion popped up on HBO Max, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Speaking of,
I do want to catch that just
things that have been kind of rebooted. Yeah.
Hey.
Yep. I'm excited to watch it too.
What else are we covering in this spot?
That was it. Oh,
was that it?
Sexy dudes, or we're talking about Fresh Prince? Is that it?
Well, we mentioned Fresh Prince. I mean, if you want to talk about your sexiest man, you can. Which should.
Oh no, I'm just going to because it's just it's great. Well, people didn't pick him again. I keep trying to vote for him and stuff, but they don't pick him, and I don't know why.
One of these days.
So I thought, to be fair, I thought it was kind of a slow news week. Knock on wood. We don't need any random big news, but then everything just kind of loaded up heavy at the end. Yeah. So People's Sexiest Man Alive got announced this week, as it does, and it was Michael B. Jordan. Which is, that's kind of cool. He's good. I like it. Actor. Yeah, he is. Yeah. And they had a lot of other random ones where it was just different categories and different guys. So it's instead of just showing one guy, they do all the with, which I was okay with.
Another sexy man for you.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so it was Michael B. Jordan. I thought it was well deserved, and that sounded creepy. Way to go, Michael B. Jordan. But
you're doing great. Because you mentioned him, he's also going to be, I believe, writing and directing Creed 3.
Nice.
I know, at least directing, starring, of course. I think I want to say he has a writing credit on there. So
nice. And I'm pretty sure, I don't remember exactly, but these next 4 people I'm talking about. The Impractical Jokers, because we talked about them a little bit, and I have a little bit of inside stories about them, sort of. Their season 9 premiere is happening February 4th of next year, and we're very excited because
it's true, TV.
Yes, it is true, TV. Yeah, I think they were in a Sexiest Men something a couple of years back, but
turns out it was a joke.
Funny guys. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But we really enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. And we've been watching their dinner parties off and on a little bit because that's kind of what they're having to do right now for content, new content, where they just have their cameras up and it's their, different households, and they pick a certain theme of food or dish that they all enjoy each week, and then just talk about what's been going on. And they're fun. So it's not just the show. It's just them.
Practical eaters.
It's good. It's a lot of fun. So there you go. So February 4th, 2021, not soon enough, but there you go. And speaking of eating things, I saw this I saw this article pop up on Facebook. Mm-hmm. It says hungry, try a soup. It says hungry, plan a super spread. So do you see that on the thing where it's hosting? Plan a super spread. And I saw it on the Facebook page of one of the professors at our old college. And he was in the middle of a pandemic, coming up with these things on this crazy virus that's not contained. He's I would flunk the S out of any student who not only, number one, came up with that idea, but that it got through the powers that be to be published. So apparently some specific large chain grocery store thinks it's important to plan a super spread for this Thanksgiving. I'm going to say no.
Just let it spread it to all.
Oh my God. Stupid idiots.
Dumb. But things that aren't dumb and delicious.
Nom, not nom.
You've got 12 of them to talk about. But only one today.
Yeah.
So what is that? Tea, yo.
It's tea. Oh, wait. What? Hold on. Leroy Jenkins. Sorry. That was from
For those of you at home, this is what we call filler.
Hold on. I'm finding the list. Okay. So my Place Day Tea Work decided to do a 12 Teas of Christmas, which I thought was such a good idea. And it actually focuses in on the special edition teas that are only out once per year. So my tea today is called Salted Coco-Nut Ripple. And we're going to put the tea up against, there you go. You can nom on it. Nom it. Nom.
For those of you listening at home, I'm just kidding.
Again, for the audio, not the visual. Go ahead.
It is a brown, sparse-looking tea with wedges of yellow and looks like sunflower seeds.
It's coconut chocolate scented dessert scented black tea.
Ah, okay.
And it's Nami. It's really, really good. And so I have it again. My little teapot keeps showing up. This is 2 weeks in a row. I just need extra caffeine type things. So anyways,
yes, talk about it. Tell me.
What about the caffeine?
Never mind.
That's okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's yummy because it's like a milk and brown sugar kind of tea, just dessert scented, which you can sort of feel like good about eating it because it's not as like super sugary or whatever. But
right.
So I was just gonna go over some of the teas that were in the 12 teas of Christmas and some of like the fun names that we have. And what I was going to point out to you and what my tea tip for this week is to not be afraid of let me think, how do I say this right? Like a unique blend, I guess. No, because some people are like, oh my gosh, that has what in it? You know, and you think that's going to taste like butt or whatever. Or I don't know, some other word that's not butt. Like I'm thinking of, I know I've talked about Earl of Grantham and that's like rose and chocolate, right? Mm-hmm. Which is like kind of a little weird. And then we have like, let's think of one. Oh, Flamingo Croquet is one that we have in this mix. And it has raisins.
Fresh flamingos.
Yeah. We'll talk about that next week. Raisins, popcorn, and cinnamon in it. Okay. And you're like, okay, yeah. And then there's one called a Stitch in Thyme, which is orange and like actually the like thyme herbs in it.
Oh, okay.
Which is a little weird, you know, just these different things. And then there's just lots of random things you can put in tea to make them taste amazing. But do you need your tea this morning? Are you good?
Maybe.
You need a little bit more tea, something. This would be great. Nice and full of caffeine, sweet, delicious. But yeah, don't be afraid. And also, I was working on blending a couple of teas this week. And so if you have ones that have similar profiles, it's kind of fun to mix those two and don't be afraid to try to mix them up.
It's like the mad scientist of tea.
I don't know if that was my mad scientist. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Like Franken tea.
Bring me some corals.
I don't know what that is. I could bring you some currants. Anyways.
They're not as good as corals. Well, that's your tea.
That's a pretty tasty fruit. You know what also is a tasty fruit?
Apples.
Apples. That's right.
Apples
are.
Gotta have them apples.
I'm going to finish my food for thought. Ding. Oh, it didn't pop up. Oh, there it goes. Oh, so good. Okay. Oh, there it is. Hi, Thought Bubble. So I told you I was keeping these recipes all in the family, and this is just like a good friend of mine who is Argentinian. And it's fun because she is I was like Duolingo? Nope. Bilingual. And so we like to, it's fun to hear people when we're together, like people talking Spanish, and she's like, this is what they just said. Nice. She's a good friend to have. Anyways, so she makes a really neat, it's called it's an Argentinian apple pie. Really basic, but really delicious. It takes Granny Smith apple, so it's like a little bit tart. Sugar, flour, milk, and oil. That's it. Yeah, really basic. It's literally only 5 ingredients, but super tasty. And so, you know, you're peeling the apples, you're slicing them really thin, you put them in the sugar so that they can like be macerated, basically, which is, you know, like the juices and the good whatever. And then the milk and oil, well, you warm the milk, put the oil in and kind of mix it up to make this, again, mad scientist. And then you put the flour in for the dough. So like the sugar and the apples are the, you know, the innards, and the flour, milk, oil are the crust itself. And you put it in a 9x13, not like a standard pie plate. And then you know, on top, then you do the bottom and whatever else. And yeah, seal and cut and crimp and, you know, cut it on the top so that it can air out. And there you go. 60 minutes, deliciousness. And she's an incredible baker and just like cook in general. She's very handy with all the things. She's the one that made your masks that I sent you.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That. Yeah. She hand makes all of them on her sewing machine. So she's almost up to, she's like just shy of 3,000 since March. It's crazy.
Oh, Jeebus. Nice.
Yeah. Plus like she's the one that does like the cakes for Short Round's birthdays and all these other things. And so she's a busy lady, but, I thought that'd be kind of a fun, random, like holiday recipe to share as we finish up food for thought for, let's see, Rizzo's recipe revival, food for thought for the Thanksgiving holiday, since it happens on Thursday.
Yay!
And I'm thinking it might be a good idea to should we post it on the socials? The picture and the recipe?
Yeah. Do
that. Okay.
Do it.
All right. So I have to ask you, did you actually come up with my summoning spell?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Okay. Because guess what? I didn't come up with yours fully. No, I have it.
You got stuck on one product, didn't you?
No, I don't want to say it.
If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Well, the funny thing is that they all start with C. All three, the 3 C's to summon you.
Okay.
Can you figure out what they are?
I know 2 of them. I do actually.
Okay, I'll stick with the 3 C's. Okay, so do you want to go? Do you want to go first?
For you?
Yeah, because we'll have to do it. Well, we'll say the ones for each other. I was like, do each other. No, we'll say the ones for each other first, and then we'll like reveal what ours would actually be. And
so like, should I give you a hint and you guess what yours are first? Then I tell you what I have. Why don't we? Do that?
You'd say it first, and then I'll just let you know like what it would be.
Okay. Are yours written down? Because I don't want you to be like, actually, the answer.
Yeah, I mean they're here. No, it's like this. Okay. It's like this. Mainly, and then it's this. Okay, all right, got it. So, and I've got yours.
To summon a Rizzo, that would require a turtle.
Okay.
The hair or a guitar string of Lindsey Buckingham. Okay,
that's really good.
And a cup of tea.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's close. That's super close. I put tea. Tea's number 1, of course, because that's like very like botanical, right? Mm-hmm. And then I put like 80s / circling music, which I think Lindsay would be like like some random like fingernail or something of him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I put family. Because like, I think like, Short Round and her Pringles and stuff and like Headless be like, okay, put those all together. And that's my little
It'd be really fun to like summon you like, hey, I need you guys to come over real quick. I need to summon Rizzo from being in your presence, but I need you in my presence to summon you.
So does that not count then? Should family have not counted?
No, it counts because
okay.
It could be like
Yeah, turtle is really good actually. I didn't even think of that. I
thought about saying like in the fingernails of Short Rounds. Like that sounds really disturbing.
That's creepy.
So I want fingernail clippings.
Speaking of which,
Short Round.
Look what's right next to me. It's a little turtle. And then you want to know what's next to him? Hold on, let me reach for it.
A cup of tea.
It's a turtle. There's other turtles. I have my little turtle guys. Yeah. So you got it. You're good. Nice job.
Figured turtle would be in there somewhere.
So for you, I said your cats for sure. Your little fur beasties. I said comic books or superhero type like entertainment. And then I said botanical type enjoyments.
Go ahead and say it. I have an abbreviation.
I said CBD just to be nice. So it's comic books, cats, and CBD. So it's like CCC.
Cannabis does sound.
That's like what that's originally what I wrote. I put CBD herbal can CBD
in the majority of the U.S. But if you are in one of the following states, cannabis works perfectly, and that's Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, the DC itself, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, New Jersey, Nevada, Oregon, South Dakota, Vermont, and Washington. If you're there, feel free to summon me with as much as you want to give me.
And folks, I have to say that Ryan is a pretty smart guy, but I do love that he has the listing out. Like he becomes Rain Man when it comes to like those kind of things. That's good. Like
notice I did read it, but
you even did him in alphabetical order. Like
that's how I got it from the internet.
And you obviously had that on the list, which is good. So tell me, what was your list? What was your list?
I was going to say Mountain Dew, a kitten.
Okay.
And a bag of Satan's grass only if you're in Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, DC, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, New Jersey, Nevada, Oregon, South Dakota, Vermont, Washington, and please, Texas, get on there soon.
New Mexico will be before Texas. You can come.
Oh, yeah, it will.
So we were both pretty close. That's good.
Yeah.
Some little tiny kitten type of thing. And I don't know, like, I didn't think about like drinky wise. That would have been good, but I honestly have never even seen you drink a Mountain Dew before.
I do enjoy Mountain Dew. It's probably of the sodas, I do enjoy a variety of sodas. Mountain Dew is probably the one I've bought the most in my lifetime.
You do the Dew?
I do the Dew.
You even hinted. Damn you. You hinted to me earlier today and I didn't pick up on it. I was like, hey, here's tea. And you're like, yeah, I know.
It's probably why that theme song was stuck in my head because I wrote down Mountain Dew.
Damn it. So are you a Mountain Dew purist or do you enjoy the like variety of like Code Red? And
I like to bounce around. The last one I actually had was a Cold Red. The holiday.
Kick back with a Cold Red with my kitten and my Satan's grass.
That's their next flavor. The Satan's grass infused Mountain Dew Cold Red.
That's like gaming, like a gamer dork, like number one, man. I know that's some stuff.
Some Doritos in there, and you got it made.
Into the Mountain Dew, gross.
No, not the Mountain Dew.
Oh, I see. But okay. Brownie.
So, yeah. But yeah, I like to bounce around. I really enjoyed what was it called? The secret mystery flavor they had a few months ago.
The Voodoo.
Yes, I thought that was really tasty.
That was Halloween. Yeah, it was. And do you remember what it was? 1, 2, 3 Skittles. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, we had that. I joked and I said, this is what happens when I have poor Headless go get groceries because he comes home with frickin' Voodoo Mountain Dew. I'm like, we need like milk and stuff.
That's why.
He's actually very conscientious. He's a better grocery shopper than I am. Like as far as that goes, but.
So, yeah, I enjoy all sorts of. I just don't keep them on hand a lot. Like many things. Well, as you can tell,
if you do, you consume it. Yeah, exactly. If it's in the house.
So
yeah.
I do enjoy the little mini ones. I just wish they would have the variety of flavors in the little mini cans.
That would be expensive, but that would probably be a gold mine for them because that was really smart. I liked the one. What was the one called that was the orange?
Livewire.
I think I liked that one. Probably
it's good. I had one of those about a month or two ago. Just because you're in the line checkout at whatever store.
Yeah, I was just picturing that the little mini fridge.
That's right there. Like that sounds good. I could use some caffeine. I can stay. For me, I'm just very weird when it comes to caffeine these days. Just because I know how my body is.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be staying up late, yes, I will have Mountain Dew after a certain time. But if I want to try to sleep that night,
so much.
I'll usually not drink anything after 2:00 that's caffeinated. So
doesn't it? And it sucks to get old, doesn't it?
It's more of a It's more of a. I've gotten to the point where, like, I would like to sleep well tonight, but then like 5 hours in, you realize it's not going to happen. It's more of that. I have to come to peace with the idea that at most I'm going to have an uncomfortable nap. And I need to have that in my brain right now because at 7:00,
right,
I am not going to want to exist. But okay, we knew this was coming. That's my D&D nights, honestly, because
Thursdays. Was it Thursdays, Wednesdays?
Wednesdays.
Oh, Wednesdays.
But because the time change, it's not as late as it was. But it's still, I'm staying up later. I usually sleep in the guest bedroom so I don't wake up the wife because I'm getting in bed later. So Thursdays, I'm like, I'm going to be tired on Thursdays, but I will survive. I will sleep good with that info. Thursday night.
Right.
And then Friday is going to zoom by. So
cool. That's lovely. That's good,
the life of Ryan.
So are we going to do Cyber Sunday next week? I think.
Yeah, we'll have something
Okay.
pop up. So
Sounds good. Yeah, we're not going to do a full episode next week just because it's the Thanksgiving holiday type thing and we want to just enjoy our time.
do nothing.
Enjoy our time, not do the show. So we're going to do kind of like a segmented show for this. And we have been coming up with, I've been calling them WTF, what the fun toys for the holidays. And boy, oh boy, is there a lot of interesting things out there.
Fun.
So we're going to go through those next week for our Cyber Sunday, SYBER.
Yay.
Yep. Because we're
It'll
going
be
to
in the usual spots.
We'll be ahead of the curve. It ain't Cyber Monday over here. It's Cyber Sunday.
It's Cyber Weekend, really. I mean,
Yes. I mean, there's no shopping available anyways. Cyber everything. Yeah, exactly. So that's Ryan and Rizzo.
Best
Cyber
Buy
Sunday.
Started today or something like that. Or,
Well, everybody's like, here's Black Friday. Buy stuff before Black Friday so we can have money since no one's buying anything.
Black Friday starts Wednesday.
Yeah. For Chez Target Boutique and Eatery, I got my Black Friday email this morning and I'm like, it's Sunday.
Just in case.
It doesn't make me want to buy anything any less. It's great, but still, Okay. Yeah. I think we need to Bumblebee tuna this thing and
Bumblebee tuna out.
Let's do it. Let's do the timing. Time it.
It was 17 seconds, wasn't it?
22, 21, 18, 5.
I don't know what to say. At Ryan and Rizzo on Instagram and Twitter. You can also email us with your thoughts and corrections, which we may or may not address.
RyanandRizzo@gmail.com. Ryan and Rizzo is a part of the Musing with McWillie Creative Network. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan and Rizzo. For more info about the show, go to McWillie.com/podcast.
I like to do the blah blah. McWillie.com.